Hello, this is Howard Garros. Of course, I review horror movies. Today I'll be doing The Boogeyman. Before I do that, let me introduce you to my co-reviewers and really those that keep me safe if I get scared during the movies. Here's Daisy. Hey, Daisy, want to say hello? Daisy's just kind of relaxing there. And here's Pony. Can we get you that, Pony? There you go. All snuggled in his blanket. And the two of them basically keep me from getting scared. They're very good at that. So today I'm reviewing The Boogeyman. This is based on a Stephen King story, and I have to say I am a huge fan of Stephen King. Some of my favorite memories of childhood was actually like going to the local bookstore at the mall and getting Skeleton Crew, Talisman, Christine, Pet Sematary, the day they came out. I would be at Walden Books. I love hanging out there. If you know what I'm talking about, you're old, just like me. And this is based on that story. And it's a pretty simplistic plot. This creature latches on to people who've been suffering and kind of feeds off their pain, scares them, tortures them, and kills them. He's a dick. And starting with the positive, this movie really does a good job of going for the basics. These are tropes that movies have gone on forever. We're talking the monster under the bed, the monster in the closet, what's right around the corner in the dark. Like I remember as a kid seeing Poltergeist in the theater and that dumbass clown at the end of the bed, because that's what you want at the end of your bed. That eventually the kid looks under the bed and it's not there, and he comes back up and it wraps his arm around his neck, the clown, and you're just like, fuck you, clown. He kind of captures a lot of those vibes of what's little children hearing noises, something creeping in their closet. And these are ancient fears, ancient primal fears, and they do a good job with the music. They do a good job with the lighting. They do a good job creating the mood. So I give it credit for that. A little less props for this movie definitely suffered from the people doing stupid shit in horror movies. It's the creature can only exist in the dark, and yet every time you see a character, they're sitting in the dark. These kids have been traumatized, and yet the father does absolutely nothing to provide, guidance to them. In fact, he's never even around. So, it reaches a point where it actually interferes with it, because instead of thinking, oh my goodness, what's that in the dark? You're actually thinking, why are you sitting in the dark? Turn the lights on. The girl's got to run downstairs to fight. She doesn't grab a flashlight. She grabs a hockey stick. A hockey stick. You're playing hockey. So there are some frustrating things with that. I also go with this movie suffered from what I call PG-13-itis. There's no gore, there's not, there's a point where they're not going to cross. And as a horror fan, I kind of like when they go well across the line. But whenever you're dealing with a PG-13, they can create the atmosphere, they can create the jump scares, they can create, good performances by Sophie Thatcher as the older daughter, who's really the protagonist of this. But at the same time, they're not going to cross the line. I got to add that, when you're watching a monster movie, which in the end this is, you have to assess the quality of the monster. And if you hear anything in the background, that's my daughter. She's on Discord with her friends. It's a very professional organization. That said, she seemed happy, so I'm not going to bother her. The monster always just lives in the shadows and in the dark, which is great if you're like doing a budget for special effects. But as a viewer, you're like, you see you just see a shadow, you see something moving. At some point you want to see it, and they do give you a good, shot of the monster at the end during the climactic scene. And I give it props. I thought they did a pretty good job with coming with kind of an original creature, but you don't really see a lot of it, and I found that frustrating. So I think the best thing I'd say about this movie is, it's like if you watch the movie with somebody a little bit young for a horror movie, like I was watching horror movies when I was a really kid, but now we baby the kids. Well, let's say someone who's like 10 or 11, and this is a good intro horror movie. It's got some good jump scares. It has good atmosphere. It definitely will tap into their fears, but at the same time, it's pretty gore free. There's certainly no adult material. So I mean, I guess that's the most positive thing I'd say about it. It's quick. I did not enjoy it. That's faint praise, but anyway, that's what I'll say about The Boogeyman. So I thank you for listening, and let's just say thank you again for those who kept me safe. There you go, Daisy. What a sweetie. She's so happy. Thank you very much, Daisy. And of course, Pony over here. Hello, Pony. Thank you very much. All right, so I say to you all, until my next horror movie, thanks for watching. Have a great October.